Okay. Alright, we're back. Got some orange juice. About to continue this again. It's okay. Lucy, Valentine, on it, right now. A little while later, I arrived at my destination, stretching out my mildly aching back. I stand before a small building, reminiscent of an antique shop. I've heard that they actually do sell some old goods, but they often deal with repairs. To be specific, it's just the owner's hobby to repair robots. He's not a professional by any means. From what I can find out, they've got a solid reputation though. Most likely they're better known for repairs than selling merchandise. To be honest, I have yet to hear of another competent place for the job. Let's be honest here. If anybody actually talked like this, they'd be I'm not gonna say he's insane, but let's be honest. He's talking to the audience, obviously, but it's supposed to be me. And now it's making me think, hey Justice, what if you were talking to the audience like you're doing right now? You know, what if I'm just walking through the thing? You know, if you didn't know, this is my friend Bob. Bob is cool because Bob is Bob, and that's fine, you know. And this is John. John likes this, but it's okay because John is my friend. So it's all right, guys. Like, I'm talking to someone, but I'm talking to no one. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's because I've never been here before. I'd only heard about them. This is the first time actually checking out the place myself. Obviously, I wouldn't normally ever visit a place like this, but today is an exception. Because I'm trying to get this robot fixed, obviously. What a customer already? Hold on a second. I'm greeted by a grumpy voice full of annoyance. After a while, a man emerges from the back, scratching his head. Oh, I expected an older man. He looks as if he had just woken up. He doesn't appear too young or old. Someone in his late 20s, maybe. He probably didn't get a lot of sleep last night. He doesn't stop yawning. Thanks for mentioning yawning. So what can I do for you? What we got? So, what can I do for you? So early in the morning. Unable to move my arms, I gesture at the android draped over my back with my chin. I was looking to get this robot repaired. Huh? An android? An android, huh? Well. Wiping his tired eyes, he passes his gaze onto the robot. Let me see here. I don't think I've ever seen this model before. I spot a glint of curiosity in those sleepy, half-closed eyes of his. He walks over to take a closer look. This might be our friend. I hope he becomes our friend, guys. He'd be pretty cool as a friend. I can't believe it. I'm totally stumped. It's probably some obscure model from an unknown company, or it's never actually been released to the public. Where exactly did you get this android? I'm not sure how I should respond to this. If I tell him about the junkyard, he might call the cops on me. So, since it's legal to take anything out of there, it could get problematic if I let him in on everything. What should I say? Choice time! Ooh, 3 choices. It fell from the sky. Tell him the truth. I found it lying somewhere outside. Alright, guys. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm trying to roleplay the character right now. We haven't found anything that really drastically changed our mood, right? You know, like the character right now is a little prejudiced. A little bit like, you know, oh, this way and that way about robots. Why wouldn't he tell the truth? If anything, it would maybe get him cops called on him. But really, I found it lying somewhere, but then it's outside. That's the truth. I don't need to tell him where I found it. So, you know what? Might as well spend it a little bit. Play the hero this time. Want to continue it, but you know, it's fine. It's okay. Found it lying somewhere outside. It was the first thing that had come to mind. And it didn't seem too believable. What is he gonna say? You found it somewhere? This thing? Yes, someone probably just threw it away. Ha! Well, must have been some rich fella. Robots are typically quite expensive, especially the premium models. The more common nowadays, it's still a luxury to own one. You don't just throw it away like you do with old toys. It's like saving up to buy a top-of-the-line television. On top of that, if this android really is high-class model, the repairman views this robot from multiple angles. Now, I don't know where this thing is exactly from, but it's definitely not from the S company. Mind if I take a closer look? Go right ahead. I carefully hand over the robot. You really believe that lie, by the way? The repairman examines it meticulously from head to toe. Hope I just didn't bleed in. The android stays completely still. Its eyes are staring right at me. Good thing I told it to stay quiet before we got here. PIM. Huh, must be from the K robotics. I suddenly grow a bit nervous. There shouldn't be any company labels on it. I decide to play dumb. I'm quite confident in my ability to keep a straight face. K robotics, did you say? Yeah, they're at the huge building over there. Oh. You've probably heard of them, right? They're the ones who made this popular model. How could you tell? I don't recall seeing any labels or anything. It's the android's build. K Robotics is the sole company worldwide that's capable of producing robots of this caliber. But something's not right. The repairman gives a closer examination of the android. You could say that I'm pretty experienced in this line of work, but I don't think I've ever seen this model exhibited anywhere. Are you like the only child of that company's president or something? No. Then I guess you really did find it somewhere. Consider yourself damn lucky. Not a single bit of information has been released about this model yet. That's how new it is. It appears I've hit the jackpot. Sure doesn't feel like it though. Ha 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 ha. But wait, what's this? A nasty frown forms on his face. Is something wrong? Tisk. This is problematic. Suddenly he starts fussing like a little kid. What kind of sicko would do this? What is he talking about? Just look at it. The whole frame's ruined. Okay? It would even be able to move around properly on its own. He was right. It probably wouldn't. Anyway, I don't know what I said. Look, I'm tired. It's okay. And that was pretty quick of him to point that out. I guess he really is a real deal after all. Do you think you could fix it? That's not the main issue here. There's something more important. And what is that? Do you have the resolve to take proper care of an android? The resolve? What's he suddenly on about? Listen, androids break easily. They're fragile. They're sensitive. They're delicate. Do you get what I'm saying here? You should never treat an android this way. He emphasizes his point 3 times. That's how passionate he is about it. I can see that he really loves robots. But at this time, he's starting to freak me out. He continues to rant. To a lot of people, androids are nothing but fancy toys nowadays. I mean, those kinds of folks pay for my food and my bills. But whenever I hear about how they've been mistreating their robots, their androids, I tend to lose my temper. They don't understand how important these creatures really are to us. I unwittingly take a small step back. Creatures. This man just referred to androids as creatures. He's not in the right mind. From time to time, people who fall in love with androids will show up in the news reports. I'm not just talking about the ones who seek pleasures from the androids. I'm talking about the people that are willing to spend their entire life with androids, treating them as equals. It's a pressing issue that has been brought up many times in recent years. It's an abnormally spawning from the advancing civilizations with constant innovations in technology. As someone who's never seen it happen firsthand, I've always referred to believe it. How could such people possibly exist? As android simply lacks the intelligence to be paired up with a human being. It's nothing but a glorified hunk of metal that can make our lives a bit easier. I'd rather spend my entire life with a monkey. Okay. At least monkeys are actual living creatures. Skies go in a lot of places. And they share a lot of similarities with us humans. This is the first time I've had something like this happen to me before. Although I feel more disappointed than shocked. He seems like a pretty normal person on the outside, but they say you can't judge a book by its cover. You understand what I'm trying to say? You understand? These robots, they need taking care of, you know what I'm saying? Oh god, you understand what I'm trying to say? Is that I'll get it fixed, but you better take good care of it. Because I don't want you coming in next week with all these different problems, okay? I'm like almost 30. I got bills to pay, got taxes. I felt this was a bit unfair since I wasn't the one who messed up this robot in the first place. Even so, I didn't like it's worth staring at argument over. Better to just bite my tongue and get it over with. Alright, I just need a bit careful. I just need to be a bit careful from now on, right? I'll keep that in mind. Yeah! What a great kid. At least you listen when someone tells you something. If you like me that much, could you charge me a little less? You're learning to bargain already? At your age? You're not such a great kid after all. He does a full turn in the blink of an eye. Unbelievable. Well, fine. Since you're my first customer of the day, I'll charge you half as much as the usual. I'm relieved to hear that. Any discount are most certainly welcome. That's great. Would you be able to finish it by the end of... That's great. Sorry, I tried to copy your voice. Would you be able to finish it by the end of the school day? Yep. I don't particularly have anything else to work on today, so... He punches some numbers into his calculator, then he shows me the results. How much? I was planning on charging you only about this much. What do you think? My mind goes completely numb for the next 3 seconds. There are a lot of video games that I've always wanted to buy. I also need to save up for my new textbooks that I will be using next year. This robot had better pay for itself. And you got college and stuff, you know, and all the other bills, you know, cost an arm and a leg, you know what I'm saying? You know, an anti-brachial, you know, and you know what I'm saying? I take out the pocket watch that I always like to carry around. I've wasted too much time here. Some people ask me why I still bother using such an outdated type of watch. In our generation, I tell them it has a nostalgic charm to it. We've already covered this, brah. I take this over those common wristwatches any day. Dude, you're such a hipster. I'm well aware that these types of watches are hard to find. But more importantly, this is my personal way of rebelling against the continuing developing society. Oh god, I love this character. Hey, you piece of junk. Hey, can't you hear me? No reply of any kind or reaction. I finally decided just my name. Lucy! The robot reacts instantaneously. How troublesome this thing is. I'll be back after school. Behave yourself, alright? The android wobbles its head back and forth. I'm hoping it understood me. I leave the shop and head straight to school. Time to go to school. Cool. Alright guys. Alright, we're about to save here. Okay, we're about to save. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being you. I love you all. Tired. Gonna try to continue Let's Playing. It's really so busy, you know, school and new things. Hopefully in the summer I can do this more. I love you all. Bye.